Before this video begins, we're not actually talking about pirate in the lengths we normally talk about. Not because I don't want to, but because I already have. If anything, this was one of the first videos that really put me on the map of For Honor content creation. So then you're probably asking, well then, what's this video about? Well, Ubisoft being Ubisoft did some buffs to certain aspects without really thinking about how the outcomes would affect the game's impact and state of game. It's funny though, because the only complaint I've ever heard about this hero is that her damage is too low, but for the life of me, I can't see it at all. She has 20 damage heavies and a confirmed 5 damage pistol blast after, so a follow-up 25 damage heavy. And on things like Walk the Plank, does 24 without the pistol, and with the pistol does 29. It's soft feintable, infinite chain, heavy attack that can chain on miss. I don't see how her damage is bad. Gripes aside, it is really no secret that I really want this hero nerfed, but Ubisoft accidentally buffed her again with these patch notes. For Honor has many feats that are really good and really overpowered. In the good category, I'd put feats like Bounty Hunter, where it's no doubt one of the best and strongest feats in the first tier slot, but everyone's fine with it. And for the overpowered feats, I'd put basically any 4th tier feat made past the year 2022. Even Sohei's 4th feat, a hero I call the worst hero in the game, is really strong because that whole gimmick thing about Sohei is thrown out the window in one unavoidable button press. But there's also god-awful feats that are neglected more than Dead by Daylight players' parents neglected them at a young age. Feats like Slippery Takedown and, in my opinion, Thrilling Comeback. This was until Ubisoft buffed Thrilling Comeback though. Now alone, it can stand on its own 2 feet, but it truly depends on what hero is using this feat. See, if you're gonna run this feat on like Warden, it's alright on its own, but at the same time, there's only really one outcome if you're attempting to anti-gank as a Warden. It is funny though that there's also a little bug with this feat coming from this buff now that was completely unintended. Before I begin, let's explain to anyone who doesn't know about Thrilling Comeback's buff. It will now heal 40 health while activating Revenge instead of its normal 20 health, and added it will cleanse all status effects while popping Revenge, being bleed or fire damage. But the bug will auto-cleanse all status effects while Revenge is active, so Nobushi players will cry when they normally can't delete someone's health bar in a gank. But as I said, right? Normally heroes with this feat are not good at anti-ganking, except for one, and it's not just her kit that makes her lethal, it's a combination of her feats. So strong I think it benches more than Eddie Hall. So you're asking 2 questions now. What's the build? Or can you just shut the fuck up and tell us, stop running the video longer than it needs to be? Shit, fuck, sorry. So this build is a combination of Bounty Hunter, Thrilling Comeback, Tough as Nails, and Indomitable. This build literally only gets better over time in game. If you want the build to be even better, we gotta look at perks, and Pirate's got some really good synergies with her perks and her feats. Running a perk like Devour and a fast execution could increase health gain. If you have a fast execution like that's Cannon, and pairing this with the perk Headhunter, gaining max health per target on everyone executed. The last perk, and really the piece de resistance, is Aegis. Aegis increases all shields received by 20%. All shields. So your Indomitable goes from a 50 HP shield to a 60 HP shield. So let's look at the build in full. So a pirate with Tough as Nails and max Headhunter stacks will have a total of 165 to 167 HP depending on if Tough as Nails bonus stacks with Headhunter health bonus. On top of that, if someone were to even get you low enough, so under 25 health, Indomitable will proc, giving Aegis a 60 HP shield instead of a 50 HP shield. And at this point, Pirate has probably gotten revenge in this team fight due to her massive amounts of sustain, so then Thrilling Comeback will proc, healing Pirate a total of another 40 HP, putting her above the Indomitable threshold. And just to add even more reason to call this the Unkillable build is if the Pirate ever goes over the threshold of Indomitable or full health, it will then reactivate. So once you go below the threshold again, Indomitable will proc again. So say you killed the Pirate. Well, how much damage did you have to do to her? Let's say you had God's Gift of For Honor solo queue teammates, or you're in a 4-stack and you're not brain damaged. You need to do a maximum of 227 damage if you fight them with Indomitable active instead of waiting for the 25-second cooldown. The entire time you are trying to do 227 damage, you have to deal with the same attacking pressure like a baby and a pit bull. It is insane how this went overlooked, and I honestly doubt this is going to change at all. Now, it's still not a bug, you can still die, you're not literally. But the games I played were so goddamn easy and I was never even using the full build. The moment a pirate gets all 4 of these feats, the game becomes way easier for her, and it's really not hard to get 4 feats as pirate, because you're playing pirate. Now, every time you match up with this pirate, you basically have to kill them twice or maybe 3 times if your idiot teammates are revenge feeding, which is really easy to do while you're playing her. I mean, if you're still not convinced, here, I'll play some clips for you to show you what I'm talking about. But before I do that, if you're enjoying what you're watching, hit that sub button. If you keep returning, it's free, and you can always take it back if you don't like me, which is pretty common. My god! No, it's actually fine. I'm actually back to full health.
Nice patch.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime.
This longbow attempt. Do you want to try that again? Well, she did. I healed again. I healed again. I healed again. And I healed again. Wow. Full health. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and can Valk maybe win this one next time, guys? I mean, I have a lot of people begging for it.